I've been in the computer business for 30 years. I've seen a lot of paradigm changes, a lot of changes in the industry. I have built a business, a 20-year-old business, where people have used my software over 15 years. Before that, I wrote a program to play back piano music. I've written a class schedule builder that finds no conflict schedules for students if it's mathematically possible, and it balances enrollment for sections of a course so that the enrollment for sections of a class meeting are as even as possible by shuffling students in and out of courses. So I've built things people can use from scratch. I can point to a lot of things people can use, and I'm not saying this to toot my own horn. I'm saying this to let you know that after this many years, I have a 40,000 foot view. I can see where things are going. And what the industry is doing is it's making people Remingtons or Whitneys interchangeable parts. It's making you so that you can be replaced. And you could, if you go to work for a large corporation and you work for them for 20, 30, 40 years, you're going to come out not being able to point to anything that you built, that you automated on your own. You'll always be part of a huge team of people. You might do a UI, you might do something, but it'll never be something that you can point to that people actually use. In fact, Steve Jobs, one of his requirements when he would hire somebody is that if they could not point to anything they built themselves that was significant, he wouldn't consider hiring them. With the changes so-called in this industry, the new coding patterns, the code today is no better than it was 30 years ago. It's no better than it was 30 years ago, 40 years ago. What they are doing with these design patterns and the separation of concerns is they're forcing everybody to code the same way so that one day machines will take all your jobs. When you work for a corporation, you're focused so much on the details, if you haven't seen a lot of the industry over time, that you just fall right into the trap. And one day you'll look back and a machine will be taking your job. So the person, I'm wanting to talk to anybody that will listen as a 30-year veteran of this industry to tell you that you are quickly becoming Remington's interchangeable part that will be replaced one day by machines if you don't take the time to build your own business. To learn to wear many hats. To wear many hats, the sales hat, the support hat, the coding hat, the business administrator hat. Go out to associations, get involved with them, go to conferences. Find out if you could get an association to endorse your product to all its affiliate members, you built yourself a business. There are ways to go into this, to build your own thing that you can point to one day when you get old and retire, that you actually built something people use. I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell you what's right or wrong. If you want to go work for a corporation, you're going to go work for a large corporation. But I believe, and rightly or wrongly, that at the end, you're going to look back and you're not going to be able to point to anything that you built. You're just going to be an interchangeable part that they'll replace one day. Do you ever ask yourself why the coding paradigms have changed over the years? The code is no better now than it was 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago. But what they're doing is they're forcing everybody to code the same so that one day a machine can code. It's conforming the code to a certain way so that a machine can code it. They're trying to merge artificial intelligence with what they're forcing humans to do so that one day machines are going to take over your job. I hope you'll let me talk at your university or will come to hear my seminars. I'm Richard Wilkins. I have built something I can point to. I have customers that have made my products great. I can testify to that. They can testify to that. Check out my website, icaretrack.com. It's the letter I, then care, then TRAK.com. They'll show you products that I've built from scratch, automated, not knowing anything beforehand about it, listening to customers, things I can point to after 20, 30 years in the business. I'd like y'all to be able to point to something like that also one day. So I'm trying to share years in the business with you to let you know where things are headed, to give you a 40,000 foot view instead of a myopic, overly focused view on details that will get you to the point where you're so focused in the details that you never end up building anything that anybody can ever use. Thanks for your time. Richard Wilkins. You can find my number and my address on my website.